Hey everyone, Eric with Rocket H, and tonight we are starting lesson 1 of the Johnson Harvesting Build Along. I'm pretty excited to be doing this, and this is lesson 1. We're going to tear down a Kenworth T800, chop off some die cast, and then strip some paint. Now, you might notice that I have a little frog in my throat. I'm going to muddle along and get this done as best I can, which is why I started the pre-show so late, trying to save my voice as long as I can. So, in an effort not to ruin the evening, I'm going to get this done quickly so I can give my voice a rest and be good tomorrow. But in the meantime, we have Josh here and Dylan. Hello guys. Thanks for joining. Dustin's on board. Good to see you, Dustin. Got a little warm water here to lubricate my voice. I'm not sure what happened, but I woke up this morning and boy, just been downhill all day. I was in Dallas over the weekend visiting some family, and of course, you know, you probably engage in some of the habits that you probably shouldn't, and maybe that helped out too, who knows. Anyway, hi Nathan, how are you? Good to see you. Thanks for joining. We got a couple minutes. As I've been telling people as you join in, my voice is a little bit froggy, and so I didn't start the pre-show early. I kind of waited quite a ways till I just kind of had to. Good evening, Dylan. Nice to see you. Oh, okay, good. All right. Dustin is saying he's going to do a W900 instead of a T800, and that'll be just great. Let me see. Hi, Steve. How are you? Nice to see you. Happen to have a First Gear International? I sure don't, Dustin. Sorry. I sure don't. But right now I've got 5 T800s. Actually, I got 6. I have a day cab too that I'm going to do some switcherooing. I got something special lined up for it. And then I actually have a T660 that's waiting on a herd bumper. So that's kind of cool. But the herd bumper isn't designed yet. That's all right. Hi Mark, how are you? Nice to see you. We got Ham Boys Racing on. That's cool. And we got Tim. Nice to see you, Tim. Brian, welcome. All of you guys, good to see you. I practiced on one of these T800s a little bit ago. I really enjoyed tearing these apart. These are just great little trucks. There's lots of screws and really, except for when I accidentally goofed, I broke a stack. Other than that, I haven't been breaking any parts. Good evening, Scott. Nice to see you. Dustin, the herd bumper is, actually I got 5 herd bumpers ordered there for the T800, and then there is another herd bumper that will be designed for the T660, so that's coming too. And this isn't a true herd bumper. This is what's called a Defender. I really have no idea what that means. I don't know. I guess it's brand. Anyway. All right. You're welcome, Brady. Thanks for watching. Appreciate you. Appreciate that. Scott asked, what's the next build along? I have had requests for a California style flatbed doubles. You know, you see those hay haulers out in California. They're the short flatbed trailers. Had a guy ask for that, so I'll probably do that next. That'll be a pretty short one. And those aren't too difficult, especially if you have power to them, and they're simple. All right. Hey, guys, it's 8:31, so all of you joined, thank you. Welcome. We'll just kick off and get going. My name is Eric, and good evening to all of you from Rocket H TV, episode 18 and lesson 1 of the Johnson Harvesting T800 Replica build along. And this is going to be really cool. I'm looking forward to this. And if you're not familiar with Johnson Harvesting, they're out of Minnesota. They run a bunch of combines and got a really big brand following. They're just good outfit and do a lot of cool stuff. Anyways, something I've been wanting to do for a while, and people wanted to play along, so here we are. Now, if you don't want to do the build along, you can take all the skills that I'm going to show you here and apply it to about anything, okay? You're going to find out that the skill set you learn on one, many of the ideas apply to many other DCP trucks, okay? So just watch and learn and take these skills and apply them in other places. And yes, Carson, I do sound rough. Woke up this morning in Dallas, Texas at my sister's house, and a little froggy, and we got on the road at 7 a.m. and it was downhill. So I've been been laying off my voice today as much as I can. Anyway, I'm going to turn the camera around. We're going to get cranking so I don't run out of voice, okay? Here we go. Just hold on here, people. All right. There we are. Okay. You're going to need just a modest amount of tools, guys. You don't need anything real fancy. And about the hardest part of this entire build is what I'm about to show you. Here we go. Here's one of 5 T800s I have. And without knowing any better, I just start at the bumper, okay? And I'm holding this thing so I don't bust any stacks or anything like that. I'm using, shoot, now what size is this? It's a step bigger than a 16th, but it's not an 8th. Gosh, well, it's a 3/64. I forget. I think that's what it is. Anyways, all you got to do is just get one big enough to drill out these rivets on the bottom of this bumper, okay? Here we go. Okay, you'll notice I got a pretty sharp bit, so it didn't take very long. Okay. And I'm going to just take a flathead screwdriver, and between the hood, or the die cast on the bumper and the hood, it's going to twist, and off it goes. Save that in your parts bin. Hopefully you got a parts bin. And you'll notice I got a handy dandy purple towel underneath. It's a handkerchief, actually, underneath my work area. So if I happen to lose a rivet or a headlight or something like that, it won't go bouncing across the green mat underneath it, okay? Now, the hardest part of this entire disassembly process, sorry about that, is these bad boys right here. You'll notice this is a mashed out rivet right here, see that? And then it's smooth on the other side, so that bad boy's gonna wanna turn on you or spin on you. What I had good luck doing was just kind of getting in there and pushing with a nice sharp bit. Oh, god dang it. That happened to me earlier tonight. Well, man, that just didn't want to... Well, that dude's is wanting to roll on me. It happened earlier, too. And my drill's running out of fuel. Just a second. We're back. All right. That'll be better. All right, let's try this. Whoa. See, even though that rivet was spinning in there, I was able to drill that out, and then my bit actually went in there just a little too far. But, you know, we're going to use a rod to replace that instead of those little pins, because those are the pits. And thank you for all the safety warnings, everyone. I appreciate that, because I am notorious for hurting myself a little bit. Just a second. I'm going to switch hands here. There we go. Ah, come on now. Don't be a dog. Come on. Always on when I'm live. This one, I wonder, never works. There it goes. All right. You'll notice I just barely pushed that out a little bit, and there it is, done. Okay, we're just going to continue with the hood since we have it right here. Okay, next on this lineup, we're going to take the grill off, get you a nice good sharp knife. You'll notice my tip's bent off, but it works. Just going to kind of work that in there between the die cast and your plastic. Come on. There we go. And all I'm going to do is, I'm going to do that, I guess. All right. Actually, what happened before was it didn't pop off like that. I could get my knife in there just a little bit and then just kind of twist my blade. Okay. Here, let me see. I got another one here someplace. Here we go. Let's just do this one, Robert. Okay, let me do that again. We'll show you on another one so you get the idea. All right, right here between. Okay, and then I just twisted. That's the way the others worked out. On the black one, not so much. Okay, so that's how you got that done. Okay, all right, I want to put that back over here with the gray one. And we'll continue on with the black. Okay, we got the grill off. You can actually take this part off too. I don't know if you're going to gain anything by doing that, so I'm not. It's just 2 rivets hold this piece on right here, and it's just a little bracket that holds your hood to the frame. I wouldn't jack with it, guys. You can if you want. I don't recommend it. It's just one more step in the process, okay, that you don't really need to take. Okay, we're going to take the mashed plastic on the behind that headlight, and I'm just going to cut that off like so. Okay, you could probably get away without doing it that way, but I'm not going to recommend it. Okay, and same thing back here. Okay, now if you have something sharp, this is just a sharpened screwdriver is all I have right here. You could use an awl or anything that's got a good point on it, and then we're going to go right behind that headlight and just push it out. Okay, done. And it looks like the other one fell out, but here they are. Okay, there's your 2 headlights. Okay, put those in your parts bin. And then next, we'll do these turn signals. Again, I'm going to take my awl or whatever you happen to be using, and I'm just going to push on the back of that turn signal. I'm just going to push it out. See how it just came out right there? And look at that. I got that whole nice pin right there, and you could save that for later. Just makes it better when it goes back together. Okay. And sometimes they come out a little easier than others, but just be patient and stay with it. All right. 2 turn signals right there. Okay? Okay. Whoop. There it goes. All right. Parts bin. And your hood is now done. It's stripped. Nothing left. Okay? This detail back here is just painted in there. Don't worry about it. You're going to lose it, but how many times do you open your hood and look at that anyway? Okay, now we're going to get on with the rest of the cab. So far I've done 2 of these and they've all come apart. Well, the 2 of them have come apart just slightly different than so I'm just kind of learning as I go. Yours might behave a little differently than mine, but just be patient with it and just hang in there. There's actually 3 screws on the bottom of this. Pull all 3 screws out. And your drive line is going to be in the way of those, so just okay. I wonder if I got that one out far enough. Yeah, I think it's good. Okay. Now, if it doesn't come off immediately, oh, by the way, save those screws. Okay, if it doesn't come off real easy right out of the gate, this plastic exhaust here, it's mounted, it's pinned inside of your firewall right here. Just take your little screwdriver and then just kind of pop it loose. Okay, and ta-da. Okay, now, we're not done yet. You can see the your airlines are hanging onto the bottom. They're glued to the bottom of your cab. Well, we can fix that too, just by taking your side cutter and just kind of removing that glue there. And then you're basically done with your frame for this part of the lesson. You do have this piece of plastic here. Do not put any paint remover on this. You will ruin it, okay? But we are going to paint this blue to match the Johnson truck, okay? So the only part that's painted on this actually is right here. And I'll show you on this blue one. See how that is? This part here is painted. Excuse me, and the rest is not. Okay, so we're going to set the frame off to the side. We're going to keep all of our plastic parts together because we want to make sure that we don't get crazy and put paint remover on them. I got 3 colors here, red, white, or red, black, and blue. I also have a gray one. Here's another screw that came out when I took the cab off the frame. Put that with your extra parts. Okay. Now, it seemed to me, so I don't break my exhaust, I'm going to take that off next. Okay? I'm taking my X-Acto knife between the die cast and the exhaust pipe. And I'm just going to twist real lightly. Now, you'll notice this pin right here. It came out. So now I'm going to go just a little lower. See how I put my blade in there above that bottom pin, but below the top pin. And I'm just going to, again, well, that one's not coming out quite as nice. And I'm just going to twist that dude. Well, maybe I'll twist it out. The other one's twisted out real easy. What a knucklehead. Come on, get out of there. Okay. Save that in your parts bin. Okay. Again, another angle, twist, and twist. Sometimes they use a lot of glue from China and other times not. Now, this is just glued together, and you'll just see how I pop that apart like so. Okay, you got your 2 pieces here, and you're ready to go on the next steps. I'm going to set the cab to the side and work on the sleeper now. We'll just jump into the back of the cab. There's 2 of these hand grabs. They just pop out like so. Sometimes they're stubborn. It just depends on how much glue our fellas in China got crazy with. Hang that over there in your parts bin. Then, this is what's really cool about these. This is steel, unlike plastic. Most of the time on like a 379 and what others, these are plastic and they're not as friendly to use. These are great, man. I love these. All you have to do is drill this out. And I'm not going to put the camera on that, but I've just got a big old drill bit. I'm just going to drill a little bit of this out. I'm going to leave you for about 30 seconds and I'll be right back, okay? So hang tight and I'll show you the next part. Okay, I even left all the scragglies on it there for you, just so you could see I wasn't faking it. Okay, I used a bit that was too big. You can see that I drilled more out than I really needed to, but hey, when you see why I did that, you're going to love it. Watch that. Ta-da, it's out. And this is die cast. Listen to that. No plastic. It's freaking cool. And you don't need to paint this. You don't need to strip it. Just set it off to the side. Okay? Now, we have 2 windows we need to take care of. We're going to get that next. Okay. Take your Sharpie or your X-Acto knife. You can see a plastic pin right here. There, you can see it. You can see a plastic pin here and a plastic pin there. We're just going to cut those off with our knife. And it sounds like Ward is quoting Augustus McCrae from Lonesome Dove. No, actually, that was Woodrow Call said that line. He was giving Newt a pistol when they went to go steal some horses from Pedro Flores. See, I cut that plastic off that pin right there. Okay, now I'm just going to take my little handy-dandy sharp thing and just push it out. Sometimes it'll fall out. Sometimes you got to give them just a little help, just a nudge. Okay. Okay. And it's not the easiest to get your knife in there, so if you can't see it, I'm sorry, but yeah. All right. There we go. Poop. And there it is. Okay. Your sleeper is now done for this step. Now tonight, let's see how, say 48. This lesson may go just a hair long, but we're going to be boogieing here pretty quick. Don't forget, we're going to cut this off right here. Okay. Okay. Next, just going to pull these breathers off. They come off pretty easy. Again, just get my knife underneath there and twisting. Save both pins, it looks like. Yep, got the pins. Okay. I'm going to set those in the parts bin right away so I don't lose them. You have a screw right here to take out, which holds your interior in. That's really, really cool. If you don't strip out your screw, holy smokes, man. Alright, let's get a different one. There's some extra paint in that. Or something. Am I even turning it? Yeah, I am. Okay. Okay. Oh, come on. Get out of there. Lego my ego. Okay. Tiny little screw there. See that? Okay. Make sure you save that. Okay, then all you have to do is just pull this out. And it might have some glue on it, it might not. Okay, this is steel. You do not have to strip this either, but that's die cast. Just set it off to the side. Next, so far these things have been coming out a bit hard. It's kind of unusual. You may have to come along on the inside here and just break some glue if it doesn't come out super easy. So far, all of these have been just, I mean, they come out, but they just don't want to come out easy. So you may have to get in there, wiggle around. You could take your flathead in here, kind of work it, you know, on the different sides and just, you know, just kind of loosening that thing up, popping some glue. And you can take this and see if it wants to come out yet. Not yet. Holy cow. Wow. It's stuck. Alright, doesn't want to give up yet. So we'll just go in here. Let me see. We're just going to run that knife in there. See if we can wiggle it around. Make sure it's not too stuck. Trying to keep you in the camera shot here without my hands in the way. Alright. Let's give it another go. Did that work? Of course not. What the fritz is going on here? Get out of there. The other two were not this hard. Holy cow, this is crazy. Flathead area, flathead. Wow. Wow, it just does not want to give up. Come on, let go, you bad boy. This is insane. This is taking so much effort. Crazy. The other two didn't work this hard. Let go, dude. Something over here's on this side. It's keeping it. Alright. See, sometimes they behave and sometimes not. Who knows? Let go. Come on, what is stuck there? Hmm? Alright. Alright. Something up front here's not playing nice. We're going to try and get that in there just a little further. Okay. Oh, for the love of Pete, good grief. Well, shoot. See, it's this side's hanging up. Well, this is a first, guys. There it goes. All right. Okay. There we go. One piece. No, the interior is multiple pieces, but it comes out in one piece, Brady. So you can see that. You can see there's sides, but it's all kind of bent and put together like that. All right. Away it goes to the parts bin. Yay. Now, I don't think you have to do this next step, but it seemed like it worked really well for me. I went ahead, excuse me, and drilled out this rivet here and this rivet here. And it seemed like my visor came off much, much easier. So I'm going to continue that process. Like I said, I don't know that you have to do it to get your visor off, but it just works as slick. I'm going to do it again. So give me 30 seconds. I'll be right back. Okay, now be careful when you're doing that. It doesn't take much, and I just ran my big bit through the whole ceiling. Whoops. All right. There. Visor's off. Gosh. All right, that was done. Managed to break one of my mirrors, too. That kind of... Oh, no, I didn't. It just popped out. Sweet. Okay. You can actually save your mirrors because you can... let's see, where's that one at? It comes into your cab. Well, I can't see it on the black one. I could see it real easy on the blue and the red. Yeah, right here. Okay. You can come in here like so. Right there is your mirror. See, I just push that pin out right there. Look at that. Push that pin out. It's pretty sweet. Then you just come in here and whoop. Or maybe. Oh, the other one came out so easy, and this one's not. Let's try grabbing another tool. DCP International Lone Stars. I've only done, let me see, I've done two. Yeah, they weren't bad. They're kind of fun. There's a lot of neat parts on them, too. All right, well, we didn't salvage that mirror. Yeah, we're not going to bother with that one. Okay. Just know that you can, if you're careful, salvage your mirrors, but if you bought them brand new, you should have an extra set of mirrors, so don't get too crazy if you bust one. It's not the end of the world, okay? You have a piece of plastic right here. That also, it's just plastic pins that hold that hand grab in. You just push that out with your sharp tool on the top and the bottom. Well, I should have showed you how to do this on the black, or on the red one, because I had to think about everything being so hard to see. Boy, it can be difficult. All right. Did I push that out enough? Let's see. I did not push that out far enough. Let's go back and do it again. Okay, where's that at? Here we go. Oops, do the top one, Eric, not the bottom. There we go. Now it's going. That's better. That's what I wanted to see. Come on, get in there. There we go. See, that's what should have happened. Just push it out and it comes right off. Okay, set that off to the side and we'll get the other one and then put them in our parts bin. Okay. Come on. If there's a bunch of plastic from, get in there, what the fritz? Am I even on the right thing? I don't think so. Go figure. Well, if I can't see it, I know you guys can't see it. That's what's bad. All right, there we go. There, 2 hand grabs. Saved. Hallelujah. Okay, I'm going to put those with the parts. We are close. This goofy thing just kind of irritates me. They don't come off. They don't have a pin. So just do the best you can. Or they have a pin, but you can't push them out or anything. They just kind of stink. Okay. Sometimes these side windows come off easy. Sometimes they don't. I'm already kind of scuffing that one from when I was trying to take that interior out. So there's a couple ways to get those out. One, you can kind of take your knife and get in here behind that, and sometimes they just ease right out like they did on the red one. Red one came out super easy. This one, not so much. Here's another choice. Get you a soft, blunt instrument like this. This is just the end of my tiny needle nose pliers, and push that bad boy out. Just a little push. See? And out it comes. Well, or not. Where'd you go? There. It's out in one piece. Okay, parts bin. This back window here, you don't actually need to keep this if you don't want to. So if you lose it or break it, don't worry about it, because you're putting a sleeper on it. You're never going to see that silly thing again, right? So if you lose this window, or break it, don't worry about it. It's not a big deal. Now, the next tricky part is getting your windshield out in one piece. The last time I took one of these apart, I've only done one windshield because I ran out of time doing two. If you push at the top here, this tab here and this tab here, you're going to get a little white crease across your windshield. So what I'm going to try this time is to go in behind and lift that tab just a little bit with my screwdriver. See how I'm in there? Well, maybe not. See, there's that little tab. I'm going to hold it still so it doesn't autofocus on you. I'm just going to lift that little tab a little bit. Maybe I will. Come on. Come on. There. Woo! Jeez, that was close. There. Oh, boy. All right. It's mostly out. Okay. All right. There's a bunch of glue right across the top of this. So I'm going to try pushing that tab just a little bit to help it out. Just a little bit. Maybe it'll come out of its own accord, and maybe not. I'm putting my finger over the top of it just in case it pops loose. It doesn't go flying. Wow, that's a lot of glue. You can see I'm actually breaking that top of that windshield. Luckily, my visor's going to hide that. Yeah, see, I lost a little bit of windshield here. Check this. Right across the top of here, that windshield kind of busted up, but luckily the visor's going to hide it. But look at the rest of that, fellas. I got one scuff mark right here at the... Whoops, doggone it. Right there, I got that scuff mark right there. There, get that glare off of it. But the rest of it's intact and I didn't lose it. Hallelujah. Let me show you what I was talking about. That I went from the top down. Okay. This is coming from, I pushed from the top through this hole and this hole. Okay. Let me get you close up. This hole right here and this hole right here, I pushed at the top of those pins on my windshield for another truck I'm doing. For the other truck I'm doing, and you'll notice there's this white mark right here from where I creased the plastic. That's going from the top. I think you're going to be better off going from the bottom if you can negotiate that. Give that the old college try, would you? See how you get along. Now, your cab is all done. This thing is totally stripped down. We're ready for paint stripper on all these parts. Again, warning, warning, warning. This is plastic right here. Do not take these and put them in your paint stripper. You're going to make them a soggy pile of goo. All right? But these you can put in your favorite paint stripper and go to work on that. Now, we are going to do one more step. Excuse me. I know it's 9:02. The real trucks that Johnson have do not have these little tab these skirts on the back of the sleeper on both sides. These are gone. So what I'm going to go do is I'm going to cut these off, and I'll show you the cut line, and then I'm also going to take it on the sander. Again, I'm not going to show you how to do that because you guys can figure that one out. It's not rocket science, but I do want to show you the process, and we'll go from there, okay? Now you can use any saw you want. You could come in here with a hacksaw blade and cut with a hacksaw. You could come in here with a Dremel, cut with a Dremel. If you have a bandsaw, you could use a bandsaw. It doesn't really matter. But just know that these are coming off, and use your favorite tool. All right, I'll be right back. Here we go. There's the cut lines. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my sander and I'm going to sand these off and make this whole cab, back of the cab smooth. I really don't care about these rivets on here. I'm going to end up putting a headache rack with chains on the back of this. We're not going to see any of this when we're done with this thing, so who cares if we lose this rivet detail? It doesn't really matter. Now, you don't have to use power tools at all, guys. You can just use a file. It's going to take you a little longer. You can use a file here. That's all right. There's no harm in that. Like I said, just take you a little longer than what I'm doing. But at the end of the day, as long as you get what you want, you know, you win, right? Here we go. Be right back. We're back, and there it is. Okay, now I'm going to go put these parts in paint stripper, and I will show you what I use. So hold on. Okay, I'm actually going to take you out of the cradle here and get away from my squeaky chair and show you what I got cooking here. This is my this is lacquer thinner, and this is what I've been doing now. Is I got this just a country crock tub. I drilled a bunch of holes in it, not too big, so big chunks of paint don't get into the rest of that. And then I just put these in here like so, and we are ready to go. Okay, and I got just a couple more. Notice I haven't cut the fairings off the red one yet, but since you're here and watching, I'm just putting that in there. Okay. They are ready for the next step, which is cleaning them, getting them ready for lesson 2. Okay. Okay, Tucker has asked a really good question, and I will answer that now. I'm going to get this out of the road. Okay. All right. Tucker, just a second here. I'm going to put this back in the cradle. He wants to know, Tucker wants to know if there's enough room in here to save this rivet detail on the back of the cab. Well, how about we do this? Since the lesson's pretty much over for the night, what I'll do is I'm going to spend just a few more minutes here because for those of you wondering, Tucker actually went with the Johnson crew, and he's making some replicas of things he's driven, which is really awesome. So what I'm going to do here is just show you how you could do this and save your rivet detail. All right, here's one way to do it, and yeah, I got this. All right, hang on. Okay, Tucker, you can save the rivet detail back here. I will show you two ways. How about that? I just got me a good old file here. I had that thing for years. I think I inherited it from somebody. And you can just sit here, nice and gentle, and just kind of come in here and file off the edge. Okay? Just like that. You might get into some of those rivets, depending on how careful you are. Whoops, sorry. You might get into some of those rivets depending on how careful you are. But by and large, heck yeah, you could save that rivet detail. Okay? Just like that. Here's way number 2. Just a moment. Okay, I have my Dremel here with a cutoff wheel in it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to come in here and use the side of that cutoff wheel, or you could use a Dremel sander. Brady's got a great idea. Use a Dremel sander. This one's in my Dremel, so I'm going to use it. And then you just come in here like so and just ease that die cast down smooth. Okay, let's see how it works. I'm using a low speed. One other word of caution here. This is the reinforced cutoff wheel. This is not those brown ones that look like it's just sandpaper packed together. This is the reinforced one. You can see it looks like a regular cutoff wheel you'd put in a chop saw because there's fiber in it to hold it together. This is the only wheel I would ever do this with because the other ones are gonna freaking break on you. Okay, I guess I wasn't even looking at my screen to see if you could even see what I was doing there, but you'll notice, I mean, that's pretty much got it all out. Now, I could actually work a little bit more right here in an effort to smooth that up, and then there's this piece of, I mean, I don't even think you'd notice that, and then I don't know if any of you seen me slip, and I got into my sleeper just a little bit, not bad. But that's how you can do that and save all that cab detail. Now remember, for those of you that are going to do the build along, I mean, and just kind of do it letter of the law, from front to back, just a second, and I'll show you if I can find them. Oh, for the love of monkeys, where are they at? Here they are. We are going to stick one of these, I'll turn it around, on the back of that cab. Okay, I mean that's just dry fit there. So you're not actually going to see that cab detail with that headache rack on. But you know, if you want to keep the detail, there's two ways to do it. Okay, all right, guys. It is 9:12 here in Dodge City, Kansas, and want to thank so many of you for watching tonight because we have a great crowd, and I hope a lot of you are doing this build along because it's just going to be awesome. So if you have questions about the build along, please leave them in the comments. Any place you need to buy stuff is on my webpage at rockinghfarmtoys.com. You look in the store and then find the build along. You can buy, I mean, I had all the parts listed for sale in a kit, but all the links to buy stuff are right there. So that's what you got. And yeah. So you have your homework, you have your lesson, and we will see you next week. We're going to clean up. We're going to get the die cast straightened up. Might even shoot some primer. Probably, no, we're going to shoot primer. Whatever it is on the lesson. Anyways, hey, thanks for watching, guys. Like, comment, and share everywhere on the internet. Make sure people get to see this video and get to build cool stuff with you. We will see you next time. Bye.